Waking up 2, 3, even 4 times a night to pee isn't just annoying, it's stealing your energy, your sleep, and your confidence. You lie awake wondering if this is just how life is now or if there's something actually wrong with you. But what if I told you that 3 simple exercises done right in your living room could help you sleep through the night again, starting as soon as tonight? In this video, you're going to discover 3 unique pelvic floor exercises that most people have never heard of. Exercises that work differently than anything you've tried before. The first one teaches your body to release tension instead of creating more of it. The second one rebuilds the connection between your core and your bladder. And the third one, the most powerful one that I'm saving for the end, resets your entire pelvic floor system using nothing but your breath. These aren't complicated gym movements or anything that requires equipment. These are simple, safe exercises you can do at home even if you've never worked out a day in your life. And if you're over 50 and tired of planning your entire life around bathroom locations, tired of waking up exhausted every single morning, then this video was made specifically for you. If you want to stay active, strong, and independent after 40, 50, or even 60, subscribe to EverFit Guide. Also, tell me your age and where you are watching from in the comments. I read and reply to every comment because I genuinely want to know how these exercises are helping you. Now, let's start. The first exercise is called the Reverse Kegel Relax and Release. And I know that probably sounds a little confusing at first, but stay with me because this one is a game changer for a lot of people. Most of us have heard of Kegel exercises where you squeeze and tighten your pelvic floor muscles, right? But here's the problem. A lot of people over 40 have been squeezing and holding their pelvic floor for years without even realizing it. And that constant tension can actually make nighttime urination worse, not better. Your pelvic floor muscles need to know how to relax just as much as they need to know how to contract. Think of it like this. If you walked around with your fists clenched all day long, your hands would get tired, tight, and eventually they wouldn't work properly anymore. The same thing happens to your pelvic floor. When those muscles are constantly tight and tense, your bladder can't function the way it's supposed to, and that's when you start waking up multiple times a night. The reverse Kegel teaches your body to let go of that tension so your bladder can work naturally again. Here's how you do it. Sit comfortably in a chair with your feet flat on the floor and your back supported. Take a deep breath in through your nose, and as you breathe in, gently imagine your pelvic floor dropping and opening. You're not pushing or forcing anything, you're just allowing a soft release in your lower belly and pelvic area. It should feel calming, almost like a gentle stretch from the inside. Then breathe out slowly and naturally and just let your body settle. That's 1 repetition. You're going to do 5 slow breaths like this, then rest for 30 seconds and repeat the whole thing 3 times. Do this once in the morning when you wake up and once before bed at night. Now, who should do this exercise? If you feel tightness or tension in your pelvis, or if you've tried traditional Kegels without any success, this exercise is perfect for you. However, if you have active pelvic pain or you've had recent surgery down there, check with your doctor before trying this. And if you're a beginner and 5 breaths feels like too much, start with just 3 breaths and build up slowly over 2 weeks. There's no rush. What positive change can you expect? Most people notice less urgency to pee and a calmer feeling in their bladder within 3 to 5 days. Some people notice it even sooner. Your body just needs a little time to remember how to relax again. Now, the second exercise is called the supported bridge with pelvic tilt, and this one is all about rebuilding the connection between your core and your pelvic floor. As we get older, especially after 40, that connection starts to weaken. Years of sitting at desks, stress, lack of movement, and just natural aging all contribute to this breakdown. And when your core and pelvic floor aren't communicating properly anymore, your bladder loses the support it needs, especially at night when you're lying down. This exercise wakes up those deep muscles and reminds your body how to stay stable and strong. Here's how to do it safely. Lie down on your back on a soft mat or carpet. If you don't have a mat, a folded blanket works just fine. Bend your knees and place your feet flat on the floor about hip-width apart. Rest your arms by your sides with your palms facing down. Now, take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, gently tilt your pelvis so your lower back presses into the floor. You should feel your lower belly engage a little bit. From there, slowly lift your hips just a few inches off the ground. I'm talking small here. You're not trying to create a big arch or lift super high. You just want to feel your glutes and your core gently engage. Hold that position for 3 seconds while breathing naturally, then lower back down with control. Never arch your back or lift too high because that can strain your lower back, and we don't want that. Keep it small, controlled, and focused. You're going to do 8 repetitions, rest for 1 minute, and then repeat the whole thing 2 more times. Do this exercise 3 times per week, not every day. Your muscles need time to recover. Now, who should do this? Anyone who wants to strengthen their core and pelvic floor connection safely. This is one of the gentlest strengthening exercises out there. However, if you have lower back pain or hip issues, keep the lift very small or skip this exercise entirely and just focus on the pelvic tilt without lifting. And if you're a complete beginner, I recommend starting with just the pelvic tilt for the first week. No lifting at all. Just practice pressing your lower back into the floor and engaging your core. Once you feel confident with that, then you can add the small hip lift. What positive change can you expect? Stronger core support means less pressure on your bladder at night, and many people notice they're making fewer trips to the bathroom within 1 to 2 weeks. Your body starts to feel more stable, more supported, and that directly impacts how your bladder behaves while you sleep. Now, before I give you the third and most powerful exercise, I want you to know that this next one is the game changer. It's the one that most people have never heard of, and it's the one that can make the biggest difference in how many times you wake up at night. The first 2 exercises are powerful, but this third one ties everything together. So stay with me, because this is the exercise that can truly help you sleep through the night again. The third exercise is called the diaphragmatic pelvic floor reset. And I'm going to be honest with you, this is my personal favorite. It's also the one that works like magic for so many people. And here's why. Your diaphragm, which is the big breathing muscle under your ribs, and your pelvic floor work together like a pressure system inside your body. When you breathe in, your diaphragm moves down and your pelvic floor gently relaxes. When you breathe out, your diaphragm moves up and your pelvic floor gently lifts. This is a natural rhythm that your body is supposed to have. But as we age, especially if we spent years breathing shallow or holding tension in our chest and shoulders, that rhythm gets lost. Your diaphragm weakens and your pelvic floor never gets the chance to relax and recharge properly. And when that happens, your bladder loses its natural control, which leads to leaks, urgency, and waking up multiple times at night. This exercise resets that rhythm. It teaches your body how to breathe in a way that supports your bladder naturally. And the best part is, it feels calming, not stressful. A lot of people tell me this exercise helps them fall asleep faster and sleep deeper because it activates the relaxation response in their nervous system. Here's how to do it. You can either sit in a comfortable chair or lie on your back, whichever feels better for you. Place one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly. Now, breathe in slowly through your nose for 4 counts. As you breathe in, focus on making your belly rise, not your chest. If your belly is rising, that means your diaphragm is working properly. If only your chest is moving, you're breathing too shallow, so adjust and try again. As your belly rises, imagine your pelvic floor gently dropping and opening, just like in the first exercise. Then breathe out slowly through your mouth for 6 counts. As you breathe out, feel your belly fall and your pelvic floor gently lift back up. Don't force it, just let it happen naturally. Your chest should stay relatively still during this whole process. All the movement should come from your belly. That's 1 breath. You're going to do 10 slow breaths like this. Rest for 1 minute, and then repeat the whole thing 2 more times. Do this every single morning when you wake up and every single night before bed. Now, who should do this exercise? Everyone. I mean it. This is the safest and most effective exercise for all ages and all fitness levels. Whether you're 40 or 70, whether you've worked out your whole life or never exercised at all, this exercise is for you. The only thing to watch out for is if you feel lightheaded, which can happen if you're not used to breathing this deeply. If that happens, just slow down your breath and take a little break. And if you're a beginner, start with just 5 breaths instead of 10. Focus on making each breath smooth and calm. Build up to 10 breaths over the course of 1 week. There's no need to rush this. What positive change can you expect? This exercise retrains your body's natural pressure system, and most people notice they sleep longer without waking up to pee within 5 to 7 days. Some people, and I'm not exaggerating, notice the difference the very first night. They wake up fewer times, and when they do wake up, they don't feel that urgent, panicky need to run to the bathroom. Their body just feels calmer and more in control. So now you have all 3 exercises. Let me quickly tell you how to use them together so you get the best results. Do the reverse Kegel relax and release every morning and every night. Do the supported bridge with pelvic tilt 3 times per week with at least 1 day of rest in between. And do the diaphragmatic pelvic floor reset every morning and every night, just like the first exercise. Start slow and build consistency over 2 weeks. Don't try to do everything perfectly on day 1. Your body needs time to learn these movements and adapt. And here's something I really want you to do. Track your nighttime bathroom trips. Write down how many times you're waking up right now before you start these exercises, and then check again after 1 week, after 2 weeks. You'll be able to see your progress in real numbers, and that's incredibly motivating. You don't have to accept waking up exhausted every single morning. You don't have to feel like your body is failing you or like this is just the way life is now. These 3 exercises are simple, they're safe, and they work. Not because they're magic, but because they help your body do what it was always meant to do. Your pelvic floor was designed to support your bladder. Your diaphragm was designed to work with your pelvic floor. Your core was designed to keep everything stable and strong. But years of tension, stress, poor breathing, and just living life can disconnect those systems. These exercises reconnect them. They give your body the tools it needs to function properly again. And the beautiful thing is, it's never too late to start. It doesn't matter if you're 50, 60, or 70. It doesn't matter if you haven't exercised in 20 years. Your body is still capable of change. Your muscles can still get stronger. Your bladder can still regain control. You just need to give yourself the chance. So, I want you to start today. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. Pick one exercise, just one, and try it. See how it feels. Notice what happens, and then come back tomorrow and try it again. Consistency creates results, not perfection. If you want to stay active, independent, and in control as you age, subscribe to EverFit Guide. We're here to help you feel strong, capable, and confident in your own body, no matter how old you are. And please tell us your age and where you're watching from in the comments below. I genuinely love hearing from you and knowing that these exercises are making a real difference in your life. Also, if this video helped you, share it with someone you love who's going through the same thing. We all deserve to sleep through the night. We all deserve to feel strong and free in our bodies, and we all deserve to age with dignity, strength, and joy. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.